Okay, let's start our look at Stockholm Syndrome here with the intro. Now this is a pretty fast part, and the first thing you need to do is put your guitar in drop D tuning. If you don't know what that is, you're going to take this low E string, the 6th string, and tune it down to D. So when you hit, you get basically a big power chord on the 3 bottom strings. So that's the tuning that they're going to be using throughout this song. So this whole first intro part just actually happens on that 6th string, and it's a quick little part. I'm going to slow it down a little bit for you, and here's what we're going to be learning. All right, so let's take a look at what all that was. We're going to be working against an open D string, that low D now. We're going to start with a downstroke and an upstroke. Just on the open string. Then take your 3rd finger at the 13th fret, pick a downstroke, then upstroke on the open string. So far we have this. All right, now do the same thing here at the 12th with your 2nd finger, just a down stroke on the 12, then an up on the open string. So we got this. And then we're going to end that little section of the riff by we just ended with that open string upstroke, right? Now we're going to go downstroke on the 10th with your 1st finger, then an upstroke at the 12th with your 3rd finger. So all together. And it's going to repeat that. So let's repeat that 3 times. Here we go. Now the tempo they're using is quite a bit faster, obviously. It's like this. All right? So as long as you can, first of all, work out the timing of those notes, it's just straight alternate picking. So we're going to be, so you're just basically working on you need the timing of having those 2 hands work together. So you got that going 3 times here, and then we end that riff with this. So what is that? That is starting with 2 strokes again, open. So this is after you've played this first one 3 times. So this is literally the 4th time through it. The bottom string open twice, like we said, down, up. Then we're going to go 13 with your 1st finger. So we're going to be shifting up from the 10th fret where our 1st finger was up to the 13th fret. You're going to pick out the downstroke, then the 6th string open upstroke. So we get that down, up again. So far we have this. Then shift your 3rd finger all the way up to the 16th fret on the 6th string, and you're going to pick 16 with a downstroke, then 17 with your 2nd finger with an upstroke, then back down to 16 with your downstroke, and then an upstroke open. So it's like this: 16, 17, 16, 0. Down, up, down, up. So that whole that little section there is this. And you may just want to practice that over and over again, just in kind of like a timing, just like we did the first riff, like this. Now that obviously doesn't happen like that in the song. It's just played once, but doing repetitive exercises is a real good way of getting things down. So let's put that whole riff together. Okay, so up to speed. Okay, sounds quite a bit different when you get it going fast. Then it basically starts that riff again. Basically plays it twice through, just that little first section there, without just the first. And then we have these little harmonics that come in. Now these harmonics can be found at between the 2nd fret and the 3rd fret, the actual frets themselves. So the way you can kind of look at it is if we have this first fret right here, then the second fret right here, and then the third fret right here, back up just a little bit behind it. So it's like kind of like the 2.8 fret, right about an eighth of the way through from between the second fret and the third, right there, barely touch the string. Now to make this come out better, you also want to pick closer to the bridge. All right. Now on the timing on the recording, you're going to be just basically following the snare drum here. And the timing is this. It's going to start with a downstroke. You're going to hold your finger over that harmonic, barely touching the string so that harmonic comes out, and bring the picking back just a little bit. And you're going to do first a group of 5. It's going to be 3 groups of notes here, but we have a group of 5 first, starting with a downstroke, then straight alternate picking. So it's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down, up, down, up, down. Okay? Then he pauses very briefly. Then we start the next group with a downstroke as well. And it's going to be a group of 3. Just down, up, down. Then we're going to start the last group, which is 4, starting with a downstroke as well, and alternate picking that. Down, up, down, up. So we've got this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, I like sometimes bring this finger down to kind of kill it so you can separate those groups. Or you can just kind of, it's kind of a good way just to kind of do it like this. Okay, that really separates it so they don't keep ringing into each other. So see if you can hear that pattern. And it just follows the snare drum that he does. So it comes out of this part. All right, so that's pretty much all the intro. He goes back into that main riff again. And he basically does that whole same riff, and when he's starting to repeat it again, he actually doesn't make it all the way through the riff to do that ending, because the verse begins. Okay, so listening to the recording and getting these parts down, you'll be able to actually, find your way through the music pretty easily. One more thing, you're going to want to make sure that this is the main riff in the song. There's going to be slight variations with like the harmonics or what he does or how far he gets through it. So just listening, when you're playing along and playing the riff correctly and slowly working your way through it, listening to it, you'll see sometimes he'll leave the part early, like we do here. We're leaving it before we're actually finishing the second time of playing that full riff. He goes to the verse. Okay, so up next we got the verse. Stay tuned for that.